Janet Yellen urged Congress to pass crypto regulations today. What's happening here? Is the Biden administration about to do a 180 on crypto ahead of the election? And the Solana blockchain goes down for 5 hours, which is crazy. We're going to talk about what's happening here and should you invest in Solana. And Robinhood and MetaMask have partnered to do some really cool things with crypto. This is a very big partnership. We're going to break this down and much more. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. It supports the podcast and it doesn't cost you anything. Well, folks, the big news of the day is that the Secretary of the Treasury, which is Janet Yellen, she met with the House Financial Services Committee and urged Congress to pass legislation to provide clarity for the crypto markets. Folks, this is huge. I'm going to play the clip for you, but here's a quote of what she said. Congress should pass legislation to provide for the regulation of stablecoins and of the spot market for crypto assets that are not securities. Folks, we've seen historically she's only spread FUD and talked negatively. Now she's urging Congress to pass regulations.
Council is focused on digital assets and related risks, such as from runs on crypto asset platforms and stablecoins, potential vulnerabilities from crypto asset price volatility, and the proliferation of platforms acting outside of or out of compliance with applicable laws and regulations. Applicable rules and regulations should be enforced, and Congress should pass legislation to provide for the regulation of stablecoins and of the spot market for crypto assets that are not securities. We look forward to continuing to engage with Congress on this. With this overview, I look forward to taking your questions on these.
So what does that mean? Is the Biden administration about to do a 180 ahead of their election because Biden wants to get reelected? I think it's highly possible. Janet Yellen is, of course, part of that Biden administration, appointed and all that jazz, right? We know this. She, Elizabeth Warren, all these folks are all operating together. We've seen it. And what's important to note is that in the House, of course, is the bipartisan FIT for the 21st Century Act, which is a solid crypto regulation headed up by Congressman French Hill as well as Congressman G.T. Thompson. And we know Patrick McHenry wants to get this bill through in addition to the stablecoin bill. So she's certainly speaking to the right audience here. And these bills have to make it out of the House, then go to the Senate, then be signed into law. So I think we could be seeing possibly a pivot from the Biden administration. I think they recognize they can get a lot of political benefits here, not only from campaign donations, but voters as well. And we've been talking about this for a while now. Now, the other factor is this is in direct contrast to what Gary Gensler, the SEC, has been saying. And here Cody Carbone highlighted it. He did a great job doing a screen capture of a headline that says, Gensler says no new regulations needed for crypto. The enforcement actions taken by the SEC against cryptocurrency actors are justified under the existing law, the SEC chairman said at a conference. So showing a direct contrast of these two things. So once again, Biden administration may be pivoting here. The other aspect that plays into a direct contrast to Gary Gensler and the SEC is that they discuss SAB 121, the custody rule, which has been a problem. The Government Accountability Office, of course, called it out, and it was a topic of discussion. Congressman French Hill, who I've had on the podcast multiple times, brought it up to her. And Janet Yellen said, yeah, we think banks are going to have a problem with this. And I've spoken to Chair Gensler about it. So a very insightful day here with Janet Yellen before the House Financial Committee, folks. I'm hoping, I'm trying to be optimistic here that this is a pivot. Not that I'm a Biden supporter. I'm saying you have to vote for Biden, but the future of crypto in the United States so that we can at least get some regulations through and sooner than later, of course. Here, Congressman Warren Davidson, who I've also had on the podcast, said another problem made worse by Gary Gensler, hashtag fire Gary Gensler. So he retweeted the video of Janet Yellen talking about the custody rule. Now, I was just mentioning the campaign donations. Here, Eleanor Terrett of Fox Business highlighted that Fair Shake Super PAC has raised over $85 million to support political candidates who endorse crypto and blockchain technology in the upcoming November election. So money talks, folks, and we know TradFi, they do a lot of lobbying and they have a huge war chest of money. This existed before crypto, right? Special interest groups and corporations and so forth donate to politicians to get their way. So the money coming in is, once again, another factor that maybe the Biden administration will pivot. Eleanor also highlighted here that in just 6 months since its launch, Stand With Crypto, which is Coinbase's grassroots advocacy group, has surpassed 300,000 advocates, including 18 US senators. So we're making progress, folks. And again, will this play a factor in getting, if you package all these things together, what Yellen is saying, she's, making statements contrary to what Gary Gensler is saying. Gary Gensler is losing in court. It's an election year. Could this be the pivot, folks? We'll have to wait and see. And in addition to Wall Street getting their Bitcoin spot ETFs, right? BlackRock and all the big names. Could those folks in Wall Street also lobby more towards clearer regulations? We'll see. Now, quick word from our sponsor, and that is Uphold. Uphold is a platform I've been using since 2018. They have over 260 cryptocurrencies. You can buy Bitcoin and all the top altcoins. In addition, you can also trade precious metals on here, such as gold, silver, palladium, platinum. They have stablecoins. They have national currencies. Folks, they're available in over 150 countries. They have a great app. And best of all, they are fully reserved. You can go review their transparency reports and audits. They don't commingle or lend out your funds. This is a platform, once again, I've been using for a long time. I've interviewed the CEO, CFO, and many other folks. If you'd like to learn more, please visit the link in the description. Now, the other thing that took place here with the SEC is they adopted new rules for dealers and government securities dealers. The vote breakdown was 3-2 with Hester Peirce and Mark Ueda dissenting and Gary Gensler being the deciding vote. Eleanor Terrett of Fox Business said more to come on what this may mean for crypto. And, Hester Peirce released her dissent, Mark Ueda as well. And here, the House Financial Services Committee, they tweeted out, the SEC's final rule expanding the dealer definition is overly broad and risks harming market dynamics, particularly within the digital asset ecosystem. The lack of clarity and consideration for implementation challenges exacerbates these issues, leaving market participants uncertain about their regulatory obligations and potentially disrupting markets. The SEC should reconsider its final rule to ensure market stability and efficiency while fostering innovation. Mark Ueda also issued a full statement. So I need to read up more to be quite frank on this and what it means. It's a little bit complicated, but it looks like with Gary Gensler trying to throw everything under the securities blanket, he's going to try to make it hard for anything crypto, right? That's his agenda. So we'll see if any of this is revoked, under a new chair, a new president. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, he's getting away with a lot of stuff. Let's move ahead, folks. Solana, what a shit show. I mean, I don't even know what to say now. I think Solana has been down, 11 times in the past few years. This is ridiculous. This is like Web 1.0, right? Oh no, the server went down. The website went down. Somebody go restart the server, right? How the hell can you have a blockchain that goes down like this? You have a layer 1 blockchain. There's applications, things running on it, and you're going down. It's not like you went down once, right? Maybe in your early days. 11 times. This is wild. This is why I am not bullish on Solana long term as far as getting real world adoption. Now, anything is possible. That could change. But from what I'm seeing, now, hear me out. The caveat with that is I am swing trading the token based on technicals. That's swing trading in the short term and midterm, not the long term. So please understand, I am speculating with it as if I'm going to the casino a little bit, and it has made me some money, but I don't hold a ton of Solana. I don't have a Solana bag, and we know a lot of Solana's price value has been pushed by the venture capitalists, the VCs. So it really sucks that this is happening, and it's a black mark on the industry because it's a top coin and it's getting pushed out there. And hopefully, look, I don't want them to fail. That's not my agenda, but it's like, what are you guys doing? Come on. This is ridiculous, right? Imagine if Bitcoin went out. Imagine if the XRP ledger went out or Ethereum. How crazy would that be? And to the people who are saying Solana is going to take over Ethereum, you guys are nuts. Not with this type of outage, and clearly shows there's a lot of centralization because they couldn't turn it back on until devs who were in another time zone woke up. That's like Web 1.0 problems. What are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Anyway, moving ahead, folks, we got big news between Robinhood and MetaMask. MetaMask, of course, is a decentralized crypto wallet. And here's the announcement. Hello, Robinhood customers. We're happy to announce that US users will now be able to buy and transfer crypto on MetaMask with Robinhood Connect. So this is a pretty big partnership. I'm not supporting Robinhood and MetaMask, but it is a big partnership. Here, Vlad, who's the CEO and co-founder of Robinhood, tweeted out, now you can buy and transfer crypto directly from Robinhood while in your MetaMask wallet. Learn more about Robinhood Connect. So this is very interesting, folks. And we'll see if this continues, if it lasts, and how it functions. But Robinhood, whether you hate them and everything that's happened in the past, they are still very large. They have a huge customer base and they still have a strong brand, in my opinion. And everybody's trying to build proper on and off ramps for crypto because they see what's coming in the future. And so I don't blame Robinhood for doing this. Now, finally, Michael Saylor. He has bought more Bitcoin, or I should say MicroStrategy has bought more Bitcoin. Here he tweeted out today, in January, MicroStrategy acquired an additional 850 Bitcoin for $37.2 million and now holds 190,000 Bitcoin. Wow. He says, please join us at 5 p.m. ET. And that was today, of course, as we discuss our Q4 2023 financial results and answer questions about our Bitcoin strategy and business outlook. Man, incredible amount of Bitcoin that MicroStrategy is holding, and Michael Saylor also personally holds a lot of Bitcoin. So it's pretty amazing. Well, folks, I want to give an update on my interview with Aaron Kaplan of Prometheum. That is being pushed back. It has been recorded. I can't publish it yet because we discussed some breaking news, which they're trying to time with from a PR standpoint. The reason it keeps getting pushed back is they're talking to a regulator, which I can't really say who it is, and they're waiting for that regulator just to give them the green light to launch the PR campaign. So that's what's happening. That interview will be coming, but folks, I've got some other great interviews lined up for you guys. And John Wu of Ava Labs, that's recorded, as well as with Meta Lawman, that might go live tomorrow. We touch on all the cases that are happening, SEC versus Ripple, SEC Coinbase, what happens to Gary Gensler, depending on who wins the election, much more. It's a really good conversation. Yeah, I'll be bringing on some other folks on the podcast. So please support the podcast by signing up for my free email newsletter on Substack. 100% free, link in the description. Also, another free way to support the podcast. Follow on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter X, Facebook. All the links in the description, folks. It helps to really support the podcast. It doesn't take a penny or dollar out of your pocket. I'm not asking you to buy anything, just asking you to follow and subscribe. It really helps, folks. I'm trying to grow my audience, get more views and more impressions and more visibility, brand awareness, essentially, right? So if you can do that for me, folks, it'll take you a couple minutes. Just subscribe. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, smash that 5-star rating. On YouTube, hit that thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching and listening, and I'll talk to you all later.